The Weaver's Last Tale. Once in a village cradled by rice fields and starlight, there lived a weaver named Sayuri. Her hands, etched with time, danced over a loom older than her own mother's memory, threading colors of dusk and dawn into cloth that whispered stories. Her son, Taro, lived in the room above, a 24-year-old whose world had shrunk to the hum of his radio and the shadows on his walls. A boy who'd once run wild, but now wove only silence. One evening, as the crickets sang, Sayuri sat at her loom, her fingers trembling, not from age, but from a longing she couldn't name. She pulled a thread, deep red like the clay of their land, and began a new tapestry. It started with a knot, safety, tight and small. The way Taro's room held him when the world grew too loud. The way she'd once locked her fears away to keep him near. She wove it with care, knowing a knot could hold as well as bind. Then came a strand of amber, bright and curling, creativity, like the paper cranes Taro used to fold, littering the floor with wings she'd kept in a box. She remembered the day she'd slipped one back to him through the door, a tiny bridge, and how he'd left a sketch of a bird in return. The thread twisted through the red, alive with their quiet dance. Next, she drew a green thread, soft as moss. Love. The walks they'd taken to the river, his small hands in hers. The tea they'd sipped in silence when words failed. It looped around the others, tender and strong, a heartbeat tying them through years of distance. Finally, a blue strand, bold as a river's voice, their voices, rising after so long. Taro had whispered one night, "I miss the stars," and she'd answered, "They're still there." It cut through the cloth, sharp and true, weaving their truths into one. Sayuri worked through the night, Taro watching from the stairs, his shadow soft in the lantern's glow. When dawn brushed the horizon, she called him down. Together, they ran their hands over the tapestry, knots and curls, loops and lines, each thread theirs, yet whole. "This is us," she said, her voice a lullaby. He nodded, eyes bright, and added a final stitch, a silver spark where their strands met. And so, the weaver's last tale wasn't her last. It was their beginning. A cloth to wrap around them both, across fields and years. It whispers a truth as old as thread. Connection is the strand that holds us, knot by knot, color by color, woven from all we are. Sleep now and dream of the loom that waits for you. Simple, steady, yours to tend.